And yo, what up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Morales Jr. And today we got a special guest. We got pro boxer David Delgado. How's it going, David?
Pretty good. How's it going?
Good, good. Thank you so much for making the time.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Anytime. First question we got for you. It's rather basic. I'm sure you get asked this all the time, and it's how did you get into boxing?
So I always wanted to box since I was a little kid, and my parents never let me. And then my grandpa ended up taking me to the gym, and just never stopped since. I was around like 14 years old, and he took me, and we're here now.
Rest is history, right? You just fell in love with the sport.
Yep.
Uh, Are there any nicknames you go by in the gym?
Not yet. I don't have a
Yeah,
nickname.
not yet. It's something that will come up. I'm sure there's gonna be a fan in the crowd that just yells something and it's gonna stick.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for.
And David, can you tell us about your amateur career? What were some of your biggest accomplishments from your amateur days?
So I started going to the nationals when I turned 18. And I won the state Golden Gloves twice. I won a bronze in the national Golden Gloves, and then I actually ended up winning a national tournament, the Summer Festival in 2023. I went to the Olympic trials and I got fifth place, and I was ranked number six, 2023 also at 112.
Nice. And there is one fight I want to bring up from your amateur days, and that's your fight versus Trouble Terry Washington. That was at
Yeah.
the 2024 U.S. Olympic team trials. I think that was the fight for the quarterfinals. Tell us about that fight. You know, like as I mentioned, I know it was the quarterfinals, but it almost felt like that was like the final, and whoever won that fight was going to go on and win it all. So, what do you recall from that fight?
I mean, he's a good fighter. Has a tricky style, but I learned a lot from it, and I kind of felt like uh, I felt kind of the same way. After he beat me, I knew he was gonna win the whole tournament, and he did in a spectacular fashion. But yeah, I learned a lot, and he's a good fighter.
Yeah, and just like you, he's making noise in the pros. I think he's like 2-0, two knockouts. So, I guess start his career. But he's a two weight classes below you, though. I saw though.
Yeah, yeah,
So
he did that 108.
mhm. Yep. And now switching gears to your pro debut, you actually signed a promotional deal before you even made your pro debut with the West Side Promotions. How did that whole deal come to be?
You know, Patrick, Reagan, and the whole West Side team, they're great people. It was actually Malachi Johnson, another pro, but he put in a good word for me, and were able to work something out.
That's awesome. Shout out to Malachi. He's been on the show before, and he's a great guy, great
Yeah.
character. We love him.
Yep.
Nice. And then you finally did make your pro debut on November 16th, 2024 at the Fox Theater here in Redwood City, California. Can you tell us about your emotions heading into that fight? Were there kind of any nerves?
Honestly, there wasn't that many nerves, but I just showed me that I was made for this, for the professionals more than the amateurs. But I had a lot of fun, and
Oh, that's awesome. And your next fight's right around the corner. It's Thursday, April 17th, also at the Fox Theater. How's training camp been going? And have you been working on kind of anything different compared to your first pro camp?
I mean, we've been training hard. We've been getting a lot more different sparring also, and yeah, it's a little bit different. I feel now that I know a little bit more. I've been running more, been sparring more rounds, been training longer because I'm not fighting 3 rounds anymore. I'm a professional now. So right now it's 4 rounds, but I know we're gonna increase it to 6 rounds and then 8 rounds. So I'm just getting myself ready for that.
That's awesome. And then can you still hear me? Because I think you froze on my end,
Yeah.
but can you still hear me?
I I can hear you.
Cool. All right. So next question. Speaking of kind of your next upcoming fight, what can you tell us about your upcoming opponent?
I'm not too sure. Uh my coach is actually the one that looks into all that. But we're just training hard. I know he's fought good people, and he's coming to try and beat me. So I'm just ready for this fight, and I'm ready to show why I was made for this pretty much.
Absolutely. And not looking past your opponent at all, but is there any dream opponent you have in mind for the future?
Uh, Honestly, right now I'm just looking at it one fight at a time. But I know there's a lot of people in my a lot of talented fighters in my weight class, and I'm trying to take them all out. But I'm just trying to focus on this fight for now.
Well said. And switching gears to venue, is there any dream venue you would like to headline one day?
Yeah. So of course, I'm from Woodland, but we're really close to Sacramento, so the Golden One would always be my dream.
That'd be a great one. I don't think they've had a pro boxing event there yet, right?
They haven't, but I would love to get on there one day.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Woodland, there hasn't been too many pro boxers coming out of Woodland. I know there's kind of a few that did become notable, but what does it mean to you, being from Woodland, to represent Woodland every time you go into the boxing ring?
Um, Honestly, it means a lot to me because I feel like I got the whole city behind me because I'm the only professional boxer right now, and it's been years. Probably like 10 years since we had another one. It was Vicente Escobedo, but I feel like I got the whole city supporting me, so it means a lot to me.
Absolutely. And who was your favorite boxer growing up, David?
So the fighter that made me fall in love with boxing when I first started liking boxing was Manny Pacquiao when he fought Antonio Margarito. But my favorite boxer would probably be Marquez though, Juan Manuel Marquez.
Yes. Yeah, both those were great names. It must have been kind of bittersweet, that fourth fight between them, right? Since you were a fan of
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
And then present day, who do you consider to be the number one pound for pound fighter today?
That's a tough question because there's a lot of good fighters, but you have to put Canelo up there, Crawford, in a way. Uh, You have to give a lot of respect to Canelo though, because the fans love him and he makes a lot of money. Um, I actually went to I used to not like him, but I went to a fight. It was Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar
Mhm.
Valdez, and Canelo showed up, and when he got into the arena, the fans went crazy. And after that, I was like, okay, now I know why he's a real deal. Like the whole arena turned
Mhm.
just to look at Canelo. They forgot about the fight. But ever since then, I've been a big fan of Canelo. But I feel like, yeah,
What do you recall? What fight was going on when Canelo made his entrance?
it was I think it was right before Shakur fought Valdez, but
So it was like the co-main event
they
fight.
forgot about everything other than he was there.
Wow, yeah,
Everything was just focused.
that's very telling. He definitely is the face of boxing. Right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Speaking of Canelo, we know he's going to be fighting in Dubai for his next fight on May 3rd. What are your opinions with the things that Turki Al Sheikh is doing? Bringing kind of that Saudi Arabia boxing, doing some TKO boxing leagues as well with Dana White. Do you think those are all good things for the sport?
Um, Honestly, I haven't really looked into that, but I mean it could be good, but I know Dana White doesn't pay the fighters good. So I don't know how it's gonna work, but I feel like he's just gonna come and mess up the whole thing. But I hope it works out. It would be better for us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hopefully it's for the good. I also saw there's that boxing World Cup that's going to be going on with the WBC. Did
Hmm.
you look into that at all? Is that something you were considering?
I kind of heard about that, but I haven't really heard. I don't really know the details about that.
Yeah, there's some requirements on like the age and number of fights you needed, but yeah, not everyone's signing up for it, so not too surprised there. Coming back to you, David, what are some of your interests and hobbies? What do you like to do outside of boxing?
Honestly, I like boxing a lot, but outside of boxing, I like to work. I like to make money. I like to fish. I just like to chill out. I'm a homebody. I don't really like going out that much.
You sound just like me, and you're only what 21, David.
Yeah, I'm 21.
21, so yes, no, nothing wrong being a homebody. I love being at home too.
Yeah.
And kind of just speaking at home, I had the pleasure of meeting your dad at the Franklin Boxing Academy when they had their gym grand opening, and he's such a great person. So knowledgeable on the sport of boxing. How key has he been in having your dad involved in your boxing career?
Um, my dad supports me a lot. Honestly, I wouldn't be here without my dad. But yeah, I'm really grateful for my dad, and he never boxed, but he he helps me out a lot. So I'm real grateful for him.
It looks like I lost my audio. Can you hear me now?
What was that?
Can you hear me now? It looks like my audio cut out. Apologies for that.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, cool. And then when it's all said and done, David, how would you like to be remembered in the sport of boxing?
I mean, I want to be a great fighter. I want to be uh, I just want to be a fan favorite, and I want to be a champion.
Well said. And what's the best piece of advice you would give someone that's thinking about turning pro and making a career out of boxing?
I would have to tell them that they have to dedicate everything in their life to boxing. They have to eat, sleep, and eat boxing. Everything. Uh, every morning you wake up thinking about boxing, and you go to bed thinking about boxing. You gotta train hard, but you really have to fall in love with it with the sport.
Yeah, great advice. And last question I got for you, David. It's not really a question now; it's just opening up the floor. What's the message you want to send to your fans and supporters?
I want to thank everyone that's been supporting me. It means a lot to me, and everyone that's going to my fight. You guys are gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna give you guys a great show, and I know that everyone else fighting is also gonna give the fans a great show. Julian, Jalen, Jet, Zachary, Kevin, just all tune in. We're gonna put on a great night of fights.
You heard it. Make sure you buy your tickets. I know Westside was doing a flash sale this weekend, so if you bought one, you get another one free. But still, make sure you get your ticket. Is there any special promo code, David, if they're going to be buying tickets?
For me, it's coupon code Delgado, DLGADO. But I also think it might be live stream too, in case you can't make it. Cause yep.
There you go. So you got options, and make sure you follow David on Instagram. You can kind of see his IG handle floating here on the bottom of the banner. It's at david.j.delgado. Give him a follow. That way you don't miss any updates in his boxing career. And with that, we will finish the interview. So, David, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate talking some boxing and kind of getting to know you better.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
No problem. We'll be tuning in on April 17th. Best of luck.
Appreciate it.
All right. Take care. Bye.